People from all businesses and walks of life have been interested in the idea of artificial intelligence for decades. AI has been a theory for a long time, even though there are dozens, if not hundreds, of ideas about it. With all of its promise, the internet has mostly been used as a place to store information, a way to communicate, and a place where different projects can be built. It's become an important part of our lives, and if you get a Windows VPS, it's easy to join in. Still, the internet couldn't think or make up things on its own. What is ChatGPT? Recent improvements in AI technology have helped us understand art and words better. An AI-based language program called ChatGPT can now do things that only humans could do before. Even though ChatGPT can't replace real-life conversations, it can help us in many ways and save us time and effort. Let's take a look at how ChatGPT can help us. Programming. ChatGPT can understand both human words and code. This lets it make standard routines, check and finish your code, and help you when something isn't working right. Education. ChatGPT can help with learning. Short, correct answers might be the best way to study, especially for tests where a lot of information needs to be learned quickly. The fact that ChatGPT can understand language and has less knowledge is interesting. You might forget to take notes, which takes time and can be hard to understand. ChatGPT can sum up text questions and answer them. This skill can make writing easier to understand. ChatGPT is useful for book study because it has a lot of information. It can quickly tell us what a work is about so we can decide if we want to read it. Writing. ChatGPT makes text, so it makes sense to use them to make different kinds and styles of texts. Just tell us what you need. We can write articles, CVs, ads, and even poems in the style of William Shakespeare. The model won't always give you exactly what you need, and texts written this way often need to be changed, but it can make your job a lot easier. Editing is another important thing that ChatGPT can be used for. If your text is missing something, you can ask the model to fix or add to it. Most of the time, the end text will be more elegant and make more sense. Looking for information. Around the turn of the century, search engines like Google changed the way we do things. It changed how we got information and how we saw life. But it was often hard to work with Google, looking for a solution. In the search bar, lots of pages will show up that answer the question. To find the exact piece of information you need, you'd have to read through some text and maybe look at it closely. From this point of view, the time it takes to find what you need depends on a number of things, such as how detailed your search is, how well known the issue is, how difficult it is, how many texts there are about it, how clear it is, how good you are at searching, etc. You could find the answer in a few minutes, but it could take at least 30 minutes to make you angry because Google doesn't understand what you want. ChatGPT makes everything easier. If a person has already answered the question, you'll get a clear, exact, and consistent answer in a few seconds. You can also call ChatGPT if you want to clear up any terms or find out more. Language learning. ChatGPT can examine and write text, but it can also do a lot of other useful things for this task. You can use it to chat in your goal language to improve your conversational skills, as long as you know enough words to do so. You can tell it to make different workouts based on what you want, like the ones you already have. You can use it to look up words and grammar in hard-to-understand passages. This saves you time that you would have spent looking up answers in a grammar book. Translation. ChatGPT can make letters in more than one language and translate them between languages because it has been taught in those languages. Even though current machine translation is almost perfect and easier to use and faster than ChatGPT, translators can still use it. The model can do more than just translate. It can also explain the meaning of specific words and figure out if their use is also acceptable in the context of the text being translated. It can also paraphrase and give synonyms, which can often save the day. Overall, ChatGPT has a huge amount of creative promise in many different parts of our lives. ChatGPT can be seen as a turning point, but there's also a lot of room for improvement. Because of this, we're likely to see the start of huge changes in our society, which will free us from routines that have been a drag for a long time. The above suggestions are not the only things you can do with ChatGPT. If you use your imagination or just ask ChatGPT for more ideas, you'll come up with many more. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.